My name is Jake Richards.
Oh, I'm Kris.
Thank you, Kris. Welcome to the No Plan B podcast. We're running this out of my house right now, and this is something I've wanted to do for a long time because I've been in the door-to-door space for about 5 years now. I'm a regional for Performance Windows. I run about 6 offices, 7 right now, but usually 6. That's Boise, Vegas, Phoenix, Tucson, El Paso, and Houston. Phoenix being one. Kris is one of my market owners, so he runs the Phoenix office. Over the last 5 years, I've sold me plus my team's about $70 million worth of windows. I have 4 golden doors, which is an award you can get in windows. I think I'm the only one with 4. I've done 10 million personally. As a market owner, my team did about 30 million. So I've sold a couple windows. It's something I've dedicated my life to. I think it's changed my life. And the podcast is kind of called No Plan B because we don't have a plan B. Selling windows is so lucrative. So the main point of the podcast, I wanted to talk about mindset, stories, cool things that I've done over the years, or maybe that you've done over the years to get to where we are now, because maybe some other people want to do the same thing. So, Kris, do you want to share who you are?
Yeah, kind of give a little context. So, like Jake had said, he runs several offices. I'm on the office. I'm the market owner, is what we call it. So, market owner here at Performance Windows in Phoenix, and been here for about 18 months now. Not too long at all. And something cool about what we do is everybody starts out in the same spot. So it's kind of neat to see how quickly you can go from entry level position to kind of running your own little show.
Market owner.
It's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
And it's been, dude, I'm excited for this because we talked a little bit before this, but the title is exactly everything. It's like Sell or Be Sold by Craig Cardone. You can read the entry level or the beginning front end of the book, and it tells you the whole story, but there's a lot that goes into it. And I feel like No Plan B is perfect. It's a perfect name.
So I think what's important, one of the stories that I find most impressive, that I think is a perfect, great episode, is to introduce Kris. Because I'm not going to take too much of the thunder, but Kris started, like he said, about 18 months ago. Not that long, and especially in terms of a career standpoint. For those of you that don't know, Kris was heavily waist deep in the medical field,
trying to go to med school, trying to go in that direction. And to jump in, talk about our first interaction. It's kind of funny. It's because it's coming in like, hey dude, I do.
Well, before we get there, I'm actually curious. So your scrubs are on. You have scrubs on.
Sure, helping.
You have gloves on. You're in operating rooms, right? You're pretty deep into your residency.
I'm not a doctor, but it's I'm able to
but
help.
You're in the rooms.
Yeah, you could scrub in.
That's deeper than I've ever been.
It's fun, yeah.
Right. I was only a junior in college when I started this. So
right.
you're deep. What made you even consider? Because a lot of people, I think they have a lot worse jobs than that.
Sure, they're
and don't even consider leaving those.
Sure.
So the fact that you had such a stable,
sure,
what would make mom and dad proud, having doctor
go that direction,
go that direction is a lot of people's a lot of people would strive for that kind of thing. They intentionally don't go medical because it's so impressive.
Right.
What made you even want to? Before we get to how the first contact went,
all that stuff. Yeah.
Well, how'd you even get there? How did you even go from being in a medical surrounding to, hey, I'm gonna go check out this window thing, this sales, this commission sales thing?
A lot of it's crazy now because 20 years ago, doctors were pulling it, they were raking it in. You got big mansions in California, crazy cars, living the high life, lots of money to invest in different things like that. And you talk to these younger doctors or PAs or nurse practitioners and all these guys, and you talk to them, you're like, would you do it any differently? And they said, if I would have known where the field was now back when I started,
right?
Yeah, to be honest with you, don't know if I would do it the same way. And I was getting a lot of those interactions with people, and I had the opportunity to meet and
while you're on the job.
Yeah, I had the opportunity to meet and work with a lot of different physicians in different fields and fields that I was interested in. It's like orthopedics and derm. I love derm.
Okay.
but their experience with it, where it wasn't as lucrative as
It used to be.
back in school, what we thought doctors were. Because back then, it's like growing up, right? Back in school, we're like, oh, dude, I want to be a doctor, because doctor was always the rich guy in the neighborhood.
True.
He was the big
He has
baller.
all the toys.
He's the big baller. He's got the boat. He's got the big truck. He's got the biggest house, biggest pool, all that stuff. And doctor is definitely something you can make money in, but it's a different type of way than you would think. You would think it's just from being a doctor. It's actually from the business standpoint of it. Where if
Owning your practice.
yeah, you got to be the guy that owns the show. You have to be the one that owns your own practice. But in order to get there, it's easy to say. But like if you sit there and you plan it out a little bit. So if you do like, I'm going to go to school, going to go be a doctor. Okay, I got to pay for school somehow. And if you're not fortunate to have scholarship or family that would help you, you're
Lots of debt.
right. I can't even imagine that. But then to go even further of, okay, so you're in debt and then you got to do like residency. So you're out of school and you think that you're not done yet. You still got to do residency. You still have to do like a fellowship. So fellowship is like
I didn't even know that.
specializing in a field. And basically you get a fellowship so you could be like a fellow, which is like a thing. Okay. And that's not just like a weekend trip to Las Vegas to go get it. It's like a year, sometimes 2 years, depending on the practice, depending on the field. Anyways,
Before you're even a full doctor.
Long story short, I was going to be 30 something years old before I'm finally like making something of myself and making some moves. And I said, screw that. I want to be the young guy. And we kind of joke about it now, but like the young guy in the Porsche, the young guy in the Lambo. Getting out of the Lambo and not like pulling my back, getting out of the car and getting ahead of the game where
the older you are, the less cool it is to have
it's not cool to see
certain things just because people kind of are like, oh, of course he does.
Yeah.
Then you see a 16-year-old getting out of a supercar.
Sure.
At the most extreme, a 16-year-old because he can drive.
Yeah.
That would be crazy.
Or like
where if you're 81, it's like, okay, he's cashed out his retirement.
Sure. Or like start buying like rental properties or different investments. And it's like in your 30s, it's not really cool, dude. That's what you're supposed to be doing. But at our age, when you're like buy a rental property, you go buy a duplex, right? Or triplex.
That was your main issue, is that you're sitting in the hospital.
Rate of speed.
You're doing this.
I don't want to be old. And finally,
you didn't like the timeline?
No, I wanted it now.
Did you not like the timeline because of those combos you were having with people who were like ahead of you, or were they with you?
No, they're way ahead. These are people.
Okay, you're talking to people who are like,
these are doctors. Like these are these are doctors. These are PAs. These are nurse practitioners. They own these are guys that like own their clinic.
And they're telling you not.
And they're telling you like, hey, dude, it's not all out.
It's like, not all that in a bag of chips.
Yeah, it's good. You can make it, but
yeah, it's not like they're doing badly. But like
they're even looking ahead of time because
good, better, best.
Well, they're looking at where I'm at, where they were at, right? Because it's been 6, 8, 9 years.
I guess they're seeing the like, weight of that 9 years.
What's going to change and how much harder it's going to be to basically do what they're doing, which is so much less than what the guys doing when they were in school.
Okay.
And so there was a lot to it. Long story short, it was just the money, the rate of speed of the money, and to be like, you know what, I want to be young. I want to do a lot of dumb things. I want to be able to.
How many combos like that were you having before you felt like because I think a lot of people have those combos. Like when I was at Home Depot, I would legitimately have combos about not working at Home Depot all the time.
That's crazy.
But I just never did.
Right.
I don't know. It's just when you're stuck in a dead end job like minimum wage or slightly any hourly, to be honest with you.
It's comfortable.
It's comfortable and it's reliable because you're paid for your time. So even though what's funny is that people complain about their jobs and then refuse to leave.
I know.
It's
all the
super
time.
funny.
All the
like
time.
they're like, they hate their job. Yeah, I can't pay for anything. Yeah, I'm struggling. Yeah, I'm paycheck to paycheck. But yeah, to be honest, sales, I couldn't do that.
I wouldn't
Dude,
touch
you can
that.
barely do what you're doing now.
Right.
So yeah, that's a side point. But so you're talking to these doctors, they're telling you, hey, it's not all that. And then how did you even hear about Windows?
Yeah, I mean, so there's this guy. His name is Mark Dietz. Okay, we all know Mark.
Dietz?
Okay, for those that don't,
Current market owner of Atlanta.
Market owner of Atlanta. So at the time, I guess it goes before that. So Heidi, the market owner of Tucson.
Market owner of Tucson.
Current owner of Tucson. But so Heidi had tried to recruit me, and if she sees this, she's gonna laugh. Sorry. She tried to recruit me like forever ago. We're talking like 2 years before Mark. So like, she's already talking about the opportunity and the potential of this company and like what it can do. And I'm Mr. Hotshot, like I'm going to go to med school kind of guy. I was like, I'm better than that. And so long story short, that goes by, and Heidi would occasionally reach out like, hey dude, like missing out. I would see stories like every now and then. And then this Mark guy who I grew up with kind of around the same area.
So you knew Mark more than Heidi?
Kind of. I just knew like in the same friend groups.
Okay.
And so I knew of him, and the same thing. Like we
now
knew of each other. Yeah. Right now he's in it, and instantly paychecks. He's doing
Mark did well right away.
Right away.
Yep.
And I love Mark. I love you, Mark. But if Mark could do it, I damn well could do this. And so I came out, and I don't even know if Mark will remember this. I literally watched Mark for like 30 minutes on a Friday. It was a Friday. I came out. It was during a lunch break. So I was still like changed out of scrubs, came to the morning meeting, went back to work, scrubs, unscrubbed, go during lunch, like play it off. And during that 30 minutes of lunch, so it's like 12:30, whatever, I watched Mark knock, and we would like ride these little stupid scooters around. We knock maybe 10 doors.
Okay, short.
And on like the last door, he knocks on this old lady, goes through the script, which at the time I thought was like, this man is saucy. He's like,
yeah, you don't know he's reading the script. Like, man, this is good.
I was like, this is actually kind of good stuff. I like this. Yeah, it goes through the script like you were supposed to, like how we're trained. Sets an appointment, and we set the appointment, and we're walking away from the appointment. It's like, yeah, to be honest with you, that's probably not even gonna close, but it'll run. It's like the mindset that he had. It's like, it'll run. I was like,
that's where my job ends.
Cool, sick. He's like, yeah, you just do that like, 8 times a day.
Let me ask you there, because that's always a pivotal point.
So it sold, by the way. I was gonna get
It did sell.
Yeah.
So that deal did close. So we'll get to there.
That was part of it too. Yeah.
We'll get to that, but medical fields are notoriously complicated, deep. You have to study a lot of memorization and technicalities. It's high risk because you're dealing with people, the human body. Pretty much, even if you're just going derm.
Well, oopsie is like legal immediately. Like oopsie, it's like it's not. Or
your oopsie is like someone died.
Sure. Or
so
like
it's high risk or egregiously hurt.
Right.
Was it crazy for you to go from medical background and exposure to seeing what Mark did for 4 minutes on a door to this old lady with the script? The script's maybe 4 minutes if you get through the whole thing.
Yeah.
And then it ended up closing, and then he maybe have made $2,000 in that 4 minutes. What did you think after he told you it had closed because of that? Like, what was going through your head?
Well, like in that moment, or when I found out that it closed?
When you found out that it closed.
Oh, when I found out that it was closed, dude, the ships were already on fire. Like there was gasoline, like it's game over.
But why?
Immediately. Well, the reason why is because no matter what, so doctors that are business owners, right? They own the practice. They get paid different. That's different. So we're going to talk about majority of doctors. Majority of doctors get paid like salary. They'll get bonuses depending on the patients that they see and how much insurance, like different things like that, depending what organization you work with. But you're limited. You're always limited. And there was a physician that I worked closely with who was a good friend of mine. And this guy was a go-getter, above and beyond, would work extra, was there and saw the max capacity that he could see to try to milk everything that he could out of it. And this guy was working himself like none other. Super fit guy, super on top of it, had a good schedule down to the T, but he was fixed. He's capped out. There's a ceiling, and he hit the ceiling. And because he worked for a company, there was no option. And he, in his spot, he had been too far in. And this is the thing, they get you. You're too far in. You're close to retirement. To retirement. So why would you go start?
Why would you do
your own?
Oh, okay.
But if you did go start your own, you could start making the money. But then you would be like 60 years old before you really start up and moving. And
then it's essentially the same as just keeping your retirement.
So I'm looking at these guys. They're stuck. They really are. They put this much effort into it. Why would you? You can't go back. So they're stuck in this path, and they really they could. Sure, anybody could. Could they really though? Like they got families and stuff. They got wives at home. They got people that rely on them now. They're not as free as they were. Like for us in our example, like the age when we started this, it worked out.
Mm-hmm.
We were in everything. We made it work.
So all this flashes through your head
Oh,
when he
everything.
calls you
Dude,
and
I see,
tells
like,
you,
I see this
hey,
whole life.
hey, by the way, that closed.
Dude,
I
it was
made
a text.
$2,000.
He didn't even call me, dude. He's like,
he texted you.
LOL, that old angry grandma,
bought-
she bought Windows. I just made like, it was some, yeah, it's
Probably
like
$2,000 or
$1,500,
something.
$2,000, something like
Yeah.
that. And dude, I saw like the whole life. Like, I would imagine like when you're dying, like you see the shutters of images and like
Sure.
things. Like I envisioned this whole life of like what I wanted in
Yeah.
life. That dream, I was in my 30s, I was in my 40s. The things that I wanted, the family that I wanted, where I was living, the type of house that I was living in, the investments that I had, the planning, the vacations and things
Got
like
a
that.
little more real.
I was old in those visions. And like in that, because I believe in that kind of stuff. You envision it, you can make it happen. And so I was older. I was like growing up. My kids were like older, like in their teenage years, because that was the realism of like what I was going towards. And the moment that I found that out, I started regenerating those images and those thoughts.
You're a
of
lot
like,
younger.
dude, I could do this now.
Yeah, I could do it right now.
I could.
So like a healthy impatience ensued.
Oh, it got bad. It was like,
Like,
okay, if he got paid for that deal,
I could do that.
I could do that.
Oh, yeah, because you watched him do it.
If I
Yeah, you
did-
watched him. You're
dude,
like, oh, I saw
that's
what.
it.
Yeah,
That's it.
Yeah.
He didn't do. The guy didn't do anything. He just set an appointment.
Yep.
He didn't have to do anything. That's
$2,000.
that's the point. He didn't.
He
He
didn't sell the window.
He didn't
just
fix any
he sold
problem.
he sold the appointment.
Old cranky grandma. I'm on a fixed
I'm
income.
pretty sure Heidi closed it.
She did.
Yeah.
I remember. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Because it was funny because everything. Heidi's the original one that tried to recruit me first.
Oh, now and then she's closing stuff for
She
Mark.
closed Mark's deal. So then I go under. Yeah, it's the whole thing. But
So you come into the office, you see him do that, and then you meet me. And first convo, Kris walks in.
I'm Kris.
You walk in, I introduce you right away.
Right.
And at the time, I'm running the largest
Boom.
door-to-door window industry office to have ever
Existed.
still. So I got 28 knockers in there. I had 8 closers at the time, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. So Kris walks in. I think you and Heidi and Mark were all kind of walking in. And I was like, hey, who's this guy? So I go to introduce myself because I'm the market owner.
Right.
So I go and put my hand out and I said, hey, what's your name? You're like, Kris. I'm like, great. What do you do?
Right. It's like,
You're
oh,
like,
medicine.
I'm in medicine. I'm
Trying to be a doctor.
Trying to be a
like this whole
doctor. I said,
thing.
oh,
You're
so
like,
you're broke.
You're a broke ass. Like, and
that's the first thing I said to Kris. And I
in the
said
face.
it as a joke.
right. It was friendly.
But I'm
It wasn't like a
kind
dick.
of serious.
Yeah.
Where it's like, oh, you haven't heard? Sales is like the new doctor, man.
Newsflash, dude. Newsflash.
Newsflash is the new doctor.
Yeah.
And it set the tone really early that I have a high belief in what we do.
Yeah.
What about, I was always very curious of this. Now that it's come up recently in conversations I've had with other market owners, what effect did Heidi and Mark's belief and my belief instantly? So you walk into the office and you see how my personality is instantaneously and how I take this very seriously. Do you think that was intimidating up front, or did you find that like, nice, I like this? Because I've had people find that intimidating.
So we've talked about this because it's like there's a lot of people that.
I'm curious where your head was at.
So this is the thing, because we've talked about this outside of this too, and like in my current market and things like that. We're looking for a certain type of group of people where they want to be challenged.
Yeah.
They actually enjoy getting called out because then there's stuff that they can fix. And for me, it was something that I wanted. I wanted to be pushed to another limit.
You were already going medical.
Yeah,
so
but
something challenging was not intimidating to you already.
No, but I wanted to be called out and to be challenged. It's something that like,
oh, you were wanting to be wrong.
You should be
guided.
Yeah, sure. That's part of life. You don't want it to be easy because the easy guy doesn't have a story.
Yeah, that's true.
It's lame, right? It's like the old guy that's telling stories about his life and it's like sat on the couch, ate potato chips versus like the guy telling war stories.
Yeah, he's going war stories. He's
war
the cool
story
guy.
Yeah, you're gonna talk to him all day. He's like, dude, this guy's the craziest old dude. And it's like, I want to be that guy.
So you wanted that kind of thing.
Yeah, I wanted wild. I wanted a story.
So you liked that it came off a little abrasive.
Oh, I loved it. I was kind of like, it's
they take this seriously.
Yeah, this isn't like a joke.
Okay.
Like medicine dude, medicine and all these fields, you go to it, it's such a puppet show. It's like that restaurant that we go to, the Monarch or whatever. No hate on the
Cafe
Monarch.
Monarch.
Yeah, no hate on the Monarch. Okay, no hate on the Monarch, but it's like Downton Abbey.
A lot of those best restaurants are
It's like Downton Abbey.
a lot of it's how they put the plate out and how the waiter talks to you and tells you the history of the wine.
Sure.
And
it's fake.
The history of the steak and what country it came from.
It's gay. It's fake. I was like, dude, I want the raw, like in your
give
face.
it to me.
Dude, just tell me how it is.
Okay.
And when you did that, it was kind of like, all right, this guy can coach. This guy can tell me.
I found you were coachable right away.
Well, yeah, you're just honest, and I liked it because then it's like I can.
Here's something that I've always prioritized. So here's something from my point of view.
Okay.
So I'm going to tell you why I came off so abrasive.
Okay, all right, let's hear it.
So the reason I find coming off as direct and honest is very important for me isn't because I relish in being an ass to people.
Sure.
I don't. Trust me.
Normal person, right?
I would much rather not. I'd rather be
a jerk.
friends. We all make tons of money. We all buy really cool stuff. None of our wives work. And
Dream lives.
that's it.
Yeah, perfect.
Love that. We could all just game, play COD, watch the fight night on the weekends, and that's the dream for me. And spend time with family at the end of the day. However, I've probably led thousands of knockers now.
Sure.
Through churn.
Tons.
Not at once, but if you want to count the people
Through
that have
the
gone through the
days
door, it's
and-
probably thousands. And then hundreds of closers, like hundreds probably. And then tens of market owners now. And I try to keep the same tune through all of them. I really do. I don't now the way I talk to each level is probably going to be a little different just because you'll be able to handle something a little bit more complicated than maybe a brand new knocker.
Sure.
Because you were already a brand new knocker before and you built, you have a little bit of a foundation. But generally speaking, I've always prioritized being honest and direct. Some people would call mean. I would just say it honest and direct.
Yeah, just being.
I've never said anything that I didn't believe the person wouldn't be better for hearing. Not once. I'm not saying I'm perfect, and I've probably, to a fault, been rude or too abrasive to people that I shouldn't have been. I acknowledge that. But at the end of the day, I'd rather err on the side of like, you know what, even if it's like cutting too close to the core, at least it's close to the core. And at the end of the day, it's going to be the truth. And I work on that all the time. And the right people love it. You walk in, I had talked about how it's important for me to be honest as a good leader than like, I'd rather be a good leader that was a little bit hated for a season, but loved for life.
Right.
Because of what I helped you achieve.
Looking back on it.
Look back, like, man, I'm actually really glad that I had a guy like that was able to push me. Than a leader who you love all the time, but helps you amount to nothing at the end of the day.
That's valid.
So, I mean, that's just me. So next is like a super obvious story that I want to talk about.
Right. Yeah, that one. Yeah.
So I'll intro it, and then I want you to take it, and
I
have a lot of questions.
I want to hear your side of the story. Like, how did this?
I don't have that much of a side.
Well, like, where were you at? What was going on?
So I think I was just working. I think I was in Hood or at an install or doing some market owner stuff. And so Kris, your first week of knocking doors.
Yeah.
To set the frame, you had left being a doctor or a future doctor.
Med
to be a future doctor, going to med school.
That direction.
To come and do it, and you did. You memorized the script. You came in.
The
next day. So you memorized the script in one day. You started knocking, and you did well pretty much instantly.
Yeah, I got a deal my first day.
You had a deal your first
on the Monday
day.
following, deal on the Wednesday following. Like, I had
3 or 4 sales your first week.
Quick, yeah.
Which was more than you were making in the medical field.
Oh, it was quick. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So instantly you're like, wow.
Like exponential. Like, you look at a graph.
So you had no regret leaving instantly.
Oh, yeah. The first day. It was a Saturday.
Yeah.
I was like,
your first day was a Saturday night.
Landed, baby. We're in this. It's good.
Okay, so that's really cool. You get paid early. It's probably $6,000-$7,000 your first week.
Something stupid like that. I don't
Probably
even know.
something like that.
Deals were happening. I didn't care. I was just closer on mine.
Okay, probably something like that.
Yeah.
Then you're knocking Mesa.
Yep.
Right, Mesa.
Yep. Still remember it.
You get mauled by a dog.
Yep. That happens.
So I want you to tell your story of the mauling, and then I have questions about how you dealt with that afterwards.
Sure.
So you're out knocking. I don't know anything.
Yeah. So
I got called. You called me and said you got mauled by a dog, and I was like, "What?" And you were so nonchalant about it. And I've heard you tell this story since, but I want you to retell the story.
There was other funny stuff too. So like, so we're out in area hood. We call it hood, but we're out in an area. We're out knocking, and my knocking partner, like, whatever reason, his bathroom wasn't there. It's like someone just kind of like mid or what. I didn't care.
Go to get water or whatever.
I didn't care, dude. I'm here with a purpose. I'm driven. I'm doing my thing.
So you're going door to door to door to door, pretty focused.
Don't care about the guy. Yeah. So I go.
You're like this.
Dude, this is crazy. So we go through the neighborhood. I'm doing like one side, snake around, come back the other way, and I'm going down, and there's this house on a corner, and it's a corner house, and there's a road. It's kind of like on a T intersection. So there's a main road that goes through it, and there's a side road that goes next to it. I'm going down, boom, 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 boom. I knock on a door. Nothing. I go to the next one, and so it's the house just before the corner house. So I haven't knocked on this door. I don't know who lives there. I don't know anything about him. Still haven't gotten there. And it's funny because it's like it just looks like one of those houses. Like if we were to look at it, the weeds are a little bit overgrown. Okay. Car's not really taken care of. You're like, it's one of those. I'm still gonna knock it though. You never know, kind of guy. And
I sell
every
windows
door,
to crackheads,
dude. Every door, yeah.
all the time.
It's hilarious because now looking at it, dude, everybody buys. You never know.
Yeah.
So anyways, I'm going through the house just before. So I go up and I knock it. There's an entryway. So there's like one way in, one way out.
Yeah.
Context, right? So I ring the little doorbell thing, does its Tweedledee, Tweedledum thing, and I knock, and nothing, whatever. And I go to re-knock, and I click on the doorbell again, say good afternoon or something along the lines of that, and I hear the gate of the neighbor's house like swing, or like a gate swing.
The side gate.
Yeah, side gate. Side gate somewhere swings, and it's not the click sound.
Like it's the rickety.
It's just a swing. It's just
iron.
a swing. It's the iron on iron. It's a swing. And in my head, it's trash day. I've been hearing people go in and out through trash day all day long. And I figure out it's a neighbor. Perfect. I can go talk to the neighbor here after this person and go talk to them because they're probably bringing their trash in or something. So I'm going to turn around here in just a second. And just as I'm thinking about this and like about to turn around, this American pit, I guess you could call it, is sitting there like mid-turn. It's not sitting there. Mid-turn, it's on my arm. Long story short, it's like it's on my arm.
So
There's no bark.
It's on you.
Dude, there's no bark. There's no like alert.
Really?
There's no sound of it like running up. Like no nails on concrete.
Is it not growling?
Nothing. Dog on arm. Instantly. And so people are like, oh, did it hurt? I don't know if you could show that on the camera. Like, can you see that?
No, you can see it.
No, there you go.
Yeah, gnarly bite.
Dude, it looks great now.
Yeah, it's good.
It's all healed up. You
How's
can't
it
even
feel?
see. It's
Just kidding, you can't feel it.
There is no feeling. Joke's on you. But depends who you ask. Yeah, it hurts really bad. Now I can't.
So dog's on your arm.
Dog's on the arm. Okay, so
It's a pit bull.
It's a pit bull. Pit bulls, police canines. Like there's Rottweilers. There's dogs that insurance don't like. Like when you go rent. Like if you were to go rent an apartment, right, or go rent out, or like there's insurances don't like these dogs, or homeowners insurance. Yeah, homeowners insurance, same thing. They list it on there. Like if you have a dog, what type of dog is it? Because they're not going to cover it.
This dog.
It's one of them, and it's because these dogs, they get lockjaw, and so lockjaw is where they bite. It's like a clamp.
Yeah, their jaw literally locks.
It has to close all the way before it can open up again. Is how it was described to me, and so I was clamped on my arm, and the only way that thing was going to let go,
keep biting.
It's stuck.
To sink.
It's locked. And the only way is it had to tear off the arm. So it grabbed onto my arm. I guess it's kind of weird to talk about or see it. But so it grabbed onto my arm. You can kind of see it. And it's to the bone. So its teeth are like touching bone. And I'm holding my arm up. The dog is attached to my arm. It's hanging. So I'm like, I push it up against the wall and I'm just wallowing at this thing with my phone, putting the corner into its skull, trying to make contact of it. And growing up, we're taught, like hunting, if you get
Eyes.
you go for the eyes.
Yep.
It's the easiest thing. And so I scooped and I wallowing and I take my phone and basically hit it with the phone, and my phone gets dislodged. And so it's like, then it's my bare hand. And so I take my thumb and I scoop an eye. And believe it or not, the dog didn't like that. So I wonder why, right? So the dog, it got pissed and it did like the death shake, like how dogs do with their toys.
Yeah, right.
To my arm, and it ripped through everything, kind of like a nice ribeye steak, right? Just clean off the bone.
Clean.
Yeah, right off the bone. And I have no motor function in this arm. Like it is a dead blunt. It's a meat shield at this point. This is going to be my meat shield. I'm not thinking about that. It's just like instinct. It's like,
Yeah. Well, yeah, when dogs come at you,
this is broken. I'm going to use this.
the
now.
other option
This
is your
everything
here,
else,
which is
legs,
worse.
anything else.
Yeah.
And so it tears off its bone, right? Clean off. And obviously there's blood, dude. Like my heart is pumping. Adrenaline's going nuts, and you can see the heartbeat, like, yeah, like kind of like the cartoony. Yeah. It's like I could feel it, like the pump, and it's just dumping while the dog is still there and it's pissed. And so I'm kicking at it, locked in an entryway. There's no way in or out. And I'm just kicking and like yelling at it all that I can do to get this thing away. It's not barking. Weirdest thing in the world, dude. It's not barking. It's not doing anything. It's just like almost like rabid. And thankfully it wasn't afterwards. Like there was nothing wrong with it. Thankfully they did.
Other than behavior.
Sure. But they did like testing and stuff on it. There's no like diseases or anything.
Dog.
Yeah. Oh. Look, thankfully, right? Dogs are dirty in general, but like thankfully this for what it was. And so it tears off, and then it comes back and it bites me 2 other times while I'm kicking it away, but it doesn't lock. It just like, it's a closed nip and clamp. And so I got like scars up here, and then I got some little above the elbow. And I mean, overall you guys can see it, but it's healed amazing. Mm-hmm. Luckily to have family in medicine and be able to have connections with certain individuals and different surgeons to be able to get like the best of the best and be able to help out with that. We got hooked up. They
so
did
you
great.
leave. So back to now you tell me.
Yeah.
You say I can't work. I got mauled by a dog. You sent me a photo that I didn't look at, to be honest with you.
No, so I sent it. I'm in shock. Okay, yeah. So they like finish the story. So I'm in shock, and I'm like, I go to the corner house.
Yeah.
Like that's where the dog came from. Anyways, the dog out of nowhere, weirdest thing in the world. It bites me once after the like big bite, bites me once, then bites me again. It runs back to its house. The gate's like wide open. So I'm kind of like, is this thing going to come back at me? Like, where did it go?
Right.
And so I run to the corner. I'm just yelling. You want to talk about like tender mercies? I don't know if you want to get like spiritual on this thing, but like, I go to the corner and I'm just yelling, is there any help? Anybody help? I don't have my phone.
Right.
I can't call 911. My phone's back there. And I'm like, I'm not going back there, because if I go back there, I'm locked. I'm in a corner. And the guy kitty cornered to that corner house had just graduated EMT school.
No way.
2 weeks before, 2 or 3 weeks before. So this guy's got like
recent training.
Yeah. But like the goodie bag of congratulations, you get a Chinese tourniquet type thing for your class. Like they give you like a cute little first aid kit. It's got a tourniquet in there. Anyway, so he's like fresh, right? He's like, I've trained for this, super excited kind of stuff. And, dude, what are the odds? Like, there's somebody there that has a kit and
an EMT kit. Wow.
Yeah, so I go over there, and it's really funny. He's trying to get me to go inside. I'm like, I'm pumping blood. Like it's going. I'm like, I'm not going inside because I was worried that I was going to dirty his house. That's like the thought process that I'm in. I'm like, I don't want to do that to you.
I don't want to bleed on your floor.
And so I kind of like, yeah, but for real. So I get off the concrete because I'm worried about the blood on the concrete. And I go and I lay in his rocks, and I lay under the tree and wait for him to run inside. And his wife's like way pregnant, comes out, and she like screams. I thought she was going to pass out. And so I'm like trying to hide it from her. And he comes out and he puts the tourniquet on, which, side note, he puts it on wrong. You're supposed to put it like as high as you can put it so that it cuts off the circulation
early. But
he puts it like over one of the dog bites. Okay. So you're like AMT people watching this. If they're going to like, well, technically, no, screw you. He puts it over a dog bite, which is just above the elbow on a dog bite. Don't at me. And starts twisting it, and he doesn't do it tight enough at first. It's like, brother, no, this is like, I should be like wincing in pain. Like
tourniquets usually sometimes hurt worse than the
It should. It's
than
supposed
the
to.
thing that is
It's supposed
making
to.
you.
It'll go numb, obviously, but like you should be crying, like getting one on, because it's its job is to cut off no blood going to a limb. It's gonna hurt.
Yep.
Anyway, so I'd like make him keep cranking this thing. He puts it on, and I make him pressure bandage it because it's like a wimpy, terrible. Oh, let me fix that. But it's a wimpy, terrible tourniquet. It's sad. It's in a bad spot. It doesn't do its job well enough. So I make him do a pressure bandage and like just tie the thing. I'm putting as much pressure on as I can. At this point, adrenaline's running. Things are getting foggy. And he got my phone and I took a selfie and I sent it to the office group chat. And like the instant that thing hit as delivered, you deleted it and called me. You're like, Kris, you can't be we're here for motivational. Because I had said something stupid like, LOL, just got mauled by a dog. Like something.
But your arm wasn't in the.
No, you couldn't see anything because it's covered.
You couldn't
it's like,
see anything.
There's like
you
a
just
bandage.
took a selfie.
There's like a bandage on it, but you couldn't like see.
Because
everything.
I'm thinking it like nipped you.
Yeah, like just like a stupid chihuahua or something like dumb.
And you're like, hey, I just
Make
come
it a
on. I was
big-
like, hey man, I know you're new. It is pretty funny. Like I know stuff happens, but.
Yeah.
Let's keep the chat positive.
like, hey,
you're like, no, I got like mauled by a pit bull.
like, dude, I'm like, I got
I'm
a
going to the
tourniquet.
hospital.
I got a tourniquet on. You're like, where are you? Like, what do you need?
I'm like, what do you need?
Like, are you good? Do you have something? Yeah, ambulance is coming. Hopefully, I don't know. We'll see. And you're like, yeah,
I was
Kris,
stressing.
You're like, Kris, keep.
I was
like,
stressing so
you,
hard.
You need to like, what's going on? Where are we going? Like, where are you? Yeah. Anyways, I hang up on you because we need to like call 911 and call 911. Have it going. I have it on speakerphone on my thigh, and the wife's like freaking out. So I tell the guy like, yo, take care of your wife before she like passes out. And so I'm just sitting out there like alone under a tree on speakerphone. And Mesa PD shows up. And there's some dude that like recognized I have some family in law enforcement. And so they recognized like who I was, some connection. And so like within minutes, one patrol's there and verifying that the dog is safe and secured. And within seconds, there's like the entire street is like Mesa PD.
Wow.
And then no hate on firefighters, but then the firefighters eventually show up. And then, which was funny because the firefighters show up and they come to do their assessment. And
did they correct the tourniquet?
well, so they do their assessment, and in order to do their assessment, they have to take the bandage off because they need to see it. They're not going to take some dude that just like, I'm an EMT just 3 weeks ago, whatever. So
they want a professional to do it.
So they take the bandage off. As they're taking the pressure bandage off, like holding it, I'm like, no, it's like it's bleeding. They take the tourniquet off, and it's like
That probably hurt.
rush. It's like a kink in a hose. The hose opens up, dude. It's like rocket. Like they peels it off, and it like borderline. I don't think it got on him, but it like sprays. And he's like, oh crap, throws a different tourniquet on, puts it up higher. And so now I'm like bruised in multiple spots. And it's crazy. We didn't pursue it or anything, but like him putting the tourniquet just above the elbow in that spot actually killed the nerve, which ended up being a huge blessing because it saved me from a lot of pain that I would have felt. I would have felt like it was supposed to be this miserable recovery because like every little thing, the tendons, everything were ripped. It's like bone clean. There's nothing attached, nothing for my fingers. All of the muscle flexion and extension gone. It's gone. So they had to like tie every little thing super sensitive, like little strings to keep it all together.
Would have hurt.
And it would have hurt any little micro movement at all, I would feel, but it's dead.
It died.
It's dead. I don't feel it. And it was just enough where it killed the forearm. I don't feel the forearm, but I have feeling in my hand.
Wow.
So I can still feel my hand. I can still like the important thing, right?
Yeah, the hand.
And so this goes on, whatever this, and there's like a whole separate thing with like the hospitals and stuff. But so basically surgeries go well. We have some hookups with good surgeons, good plastics, good all that fun stuff. And you get in the mental side of it. I am at a new job. I'm not paid for sick leave. I'm paid off of commission.
Mm-hmm. You had just gotten off the job that would have paid you.
My mind goes to, dude, I'm not making money.
It's a wild place.
And but that's like the first, I get home and I'm like, I guess kind of drugged up because you're on pain medicine, but like, I didn't know yet that I really couldn't feel it. I didn't really know that yet. And so I'm at home And that's the first place that my mind goes to is like, I don't have an income coming in right now. What am I going to do?
Fair.
And I remember at the time talking to who I was with, a significant other, and they're just like, dude, don't worry about it. They're like, heal up, like, stop being an idiot. And it's like, no, but really, like, I got to fulfill this thing. Like, I can't just sit here.
That is not as normal as you think.
But it's like, how am I?
In a good way. In a good way.
Sure, but it's like, there's things to, there's
know
things
what
to
you're
do,
talking about.
But there's things to, yeah, I get that there's people that would totally use it as an excuse for months to, or use it as a reason.
I've seen people use much less as an excuse to not work.
Or as a reason to fall out or to loosen up or to whatever.
Try
things.
less.
Sure. And
if what you're looking for is an excuse to not work,
you'll find it.
There's plenty.
Sure.
Whether they're good or not, I mean, that's depending on who you talk to and stuff.
Had every reason to. Well, and so, like, to get on the spiritual side.
No. Not a reason, Chris. This is a legitimate reason.
No, I know.
So this is one that, this is one that no one would have judged you if you would have sat out.
Yeah, I had an out.
A justified one.
Yeah, sure.
So you didn't tell me you were coming back.
Yeah, no.
You didn't text me.
No.
So obviously you're getting skin grafts. You keep me generally updated with like your surgeries and stuff. But I'm running a meeting 2 weeks after. So that was first week of the month.
A week and a half
like,
or something.
Like week 1 of the month, and 2, 3 you're gone.
Yeah.
Beginning of week 4, you walk into my office on like a Monday.
Yeah.
Like after the Sunday.
Sure.
And I remember this. Your arm was up. You were in a sling.
Gimpy.
Because you couldn't move it.
Yeah.
Still recovering, and you were actively bleeding.
Yeah.
So the gauze were red.
Yeah.
So you had open wounds, probably recent skin grafts. I imagine that it's like just...
They couldn't close it because it needed a drain. So
Correct.
It's like I had an active like wound.
You had an active open wound. Controlled, but it's active.
It's disgusting. It's gross. It's gross.
And he walks into my office, and I was like, Chris, what the hell?
Why are you here? It's like, I got to qualify.
And bloody gauze.
Got to qualify.
And in Windows, we don't promote everybody to everything. Okay, so right. we have a standard. Everyone starts at the bottom. We have knocker, closer, market owner, which is what Chris is, and then regional, which is what I am, and then the owners, which will never be because they started the company.
Don't care.
That's cool.
Yeah, cool.
But of the positions you can be, it's a pretty lateral company. There's only 4 positions you can even try to be. And knocker was what you were at, and I was at market owner. To become a closer, you need 8 sales 2 months in a row and a couple recruits. So 2 a week on average. We talk to 50 people a day, 250 people a week, 1,000 people a month. You need 8.
That's it.
To get a sale. Out of the 1,000 that you talk to, 8 need to pay. Not to run. It takes a lot more to get that on a run rate, but your closing needs to be 8 out of 1,000. Talks, combos. You had 4 your first week, so you had half in week 1, which means you were going twice as fast as you were needing to, and then you got hit by a dog.
Right.
You come back, bloody gauze, and you to tell everybody what he's saying. He said, "I want to be. I still need to become a closer." The earning potential from knocker to closer it's a lot. Knockers can make $10,000 to $20,000 a month. I think less than 10, you need stuff to learn. You need to learn some stuff. Like you need to like go home and like you need to get better at some stuff. My first month I didn't make over 10, so I'm not saying that it's like a bad start, but you were better off rip than I was. I didn't have the hottest start ever.
We had different. Mine was I had other issues.
That was later.
That was later on.
Your best month was the month you got mauled by a dog, actually.
Right. Yeah.
But you come in, you say you need to qualify, and I think that is one of the coolest things of any story ever is that of any excuse that I've heard to not be successful, you probably had one that no one would have batted an eye and been like, wow, Chris is being lazy right now. Like no one would have said that.
It's okay, dude.
And what's cool is that you did. What's cool is that you actually got 4 sales the week with the dog bite. And we have people currently complaining about getting 8 sales.
We got 5, homie. We ended with 9.
Did you end with 9?
We ended with 9.
All right, well, I'll give you that one. You ended with 5, so you got 9.
I got a bonus
one. So you overqualified.
Right.
in half the amount of time that you need to with a traumatic event in the same month. And some people struggle with 30 full days of sunshine and rainbows, no traumatic life trauma happening in their personal life.
Yeah.
And still manage to not make it work. And I just think that's really admirable.
Yeah.
I think that's really cool.
Well, there's a lot of like spiritual side of things because there's a lot of, I mean, we're I say we because we're both similar backgrounds, but so relationship with a higher being, huge, everything to me. And part of the reason why I came in was like this whole thing I had to qualify, but there was a time where I had given up everything as far as like I burnt the boat of going that direction, med school, continuing education.
I think literally, right?
Yeah, like I wasn't gonna.
If you wanted to, they wouldn't take you back. Is that true?
I couldn't go back to the gig that I was doing before, essentially, because it's like the way that I left. I didn't put it in 2 weeks. It was like, no, I'm leaving like this weekend. I'm going.
Wow.
So simple. But so this is the deal: is there was a time where I'm sitting at home because there's 2 weeks. I'm not a guy. I can't just sit on the couch and just like nothing be happening. Nothing was happening because I wasn't in a spot. I was reliable for all of my income, me directly. So there was no pipeline or however you want to describe it of like, well, maybe something's going to happen. Nothing was happening because it's me. I had to be out in the area creating it.
You had to go knock doors.
I had to create it, right? And I was sitting there like, okay, had a strong impression to start this job and to burn the bridge and like very clear and direct. It wasn't just like I'm going to burn the boat. There was a lot of thought and prayer that went into it. And in this moment, and it's a moment of weakness, I'm like sitting on a couch. I'm broken. I can't do what I thought I was supposed to be doing. And I questioned it. I was like, okay, am I supposed to see this as a sign to go back and to never not do this? And I had like a spiritual slap in the face where it was like you really, dude?
Oh, you're chastised.
Oh yeah. It was like have you not seen what I've done type of thing?
Oh, ye of little faith.
Right. Because I came into a very scary, commission only scary. I get it. Because it's not comfortable.
It's different. It's different.
You could, whatever, not safe if you don't know anything about it, right? Yeah. In my mind. And the beginning of a job like that, to get that many sales, I have every reason to not doubt. Sure. Like you could argue,
even though you had the dog bite you, you had already had 4 sales before the dog bite.
I had every reason.
So you made 6 or 7 grand in a week.
Sure. And it was like
and then you no longer, that really cool gravy train, the thing that paid you 7 grand in a week, you're not doing anymore because you can't.
Yeah.
Because you get hit by a dog.
I'm broken. I'm sitting on a couch.
You're like, F.
And so,
I would much rather going out continuing to
make money.
Yes.
But then because it had been so long, it's 2 weeks. I'm getting at the point where it's like, is this what I'm supposed to do? Is this the right move? Should I go do the safe route if I get mauled by a dog again? Whatever. And I got slapped in the face. I was like, you're an idiot, basically. Like self-talk. Like, are you that dumb? Like, are you that quick to forget?
Wow.
That quick to forget. And so I went back. And after that was the day before. And so, that's the day that I come into the office. Was like,
no way.
Yeah. So I come in and I was like, no, we're doing this. The doctor, of course,
against doctor's orders, I believe.
Ill-advised. Yeah, you're open wound. You're supposed to be at home. Should be like bedridden. Just sleep. Try to heal up as fast as you can. And it's summertime when this is going on. It's hot as balls. So I'm like sweating. The salt hurts.
We knock in Arizona.
There's wounds that are like the small ones above where it's like I can still feel those guys. The puncture wounds that got little stitches in it. I can still feel those, and those burn. Those are burning. And knocking in a stupid like cast thing because I can't move my arm. And I had every reason to be like Mr. Gimpy and complain. And there's these guys in the office like complaining. And I looked at it like I talked about, old guy with stories. Am I going to be the old guy who tells stories to the grandkids of what could have been, or these fictional stories, right? The cool grandpa that like tells the fake stories of like magical creatures and stuff. Or am I going to be the cool grandpa that tells
your stories?
What did I do?
Yeah.
What are the things that I was able to accomplish? Like building a vision.
Levi and I have spoke on this, and I've seen him speak on this in multiple meetings when I go up to Utah.
Yeah.
And it's similar in the sense where for some people, sales, for us, it's Windows, but it could kind of be whatever.
Anything.
Is Windows going to be this thing that you did for a time? You made really good money, even 15, 20 G's, in 2-3 months, or 1 to 2 months, honestly, probably 1 to 2 months for 15 G's.
Sure.
And then you just go off and go back to what you used to. And it was a season.
Like a seasonal, yeah.
And it was a really cool thing you did. And if you theoretically, if you didn't come back, that's all Windows ever would have been.
That's it, dude.
It would have been, I made 7 G's. It probably would have helped you pay for some of the stuff you were going through.
Sure.
Probably the money would have been useful. Like, I'm happy I made that to help pay for my treatment,
to get back on,
to assist, to get back on my
find a
feet, to
job
go
or
find
whatever.
something else. But that's all it ever would have been. And you're saying you liked it for the lore.
Dude, I'm one of those guys, dude, screw tattoos. Okay. Hot take. Okay. Hot take, tattoos, not a big fan. Okay. For me, some are cool. Okay. I got our tech over here. He's got a tattoo. We like your tattoo. Okay. Yours is cool. For me, I don't got any culture. I can't pull it off. I will say
you generally, to me, you got to be pretty lean to pull off a tattoo.
Sure. Yeah. In my opinion. I got to work on that. That's crazy. But so here's the deal is, I don't do tattoos, but, it's kind of funny, but I've always thought the scars were kind of sick because a scar tells a story.
Tells a story.
Oh, it's real. You went through something. So I got stuff on my back from a reef accident. I landed on a reef. Mm-hmm. Dope. Dog bite. It's kind of sick. Okay. Right? You can bring up whatever story. It's funny. You can play with people. Dude, what happened to your arm? It's shark attack.
I have a real question.
Go for it.
And then we'll kind of close out.
Okay.
I've never asked you this before.
Go for it. I want to hear
Do you think that you would have gotten the same amount of sales? Would you get more or less sales without the dog bite?
I would never change anything. I don't think.
Okay, that's an answer.
I wouldn't.
You wouldn't go back to not have the dog bite.
No.
If you woke up that day and an angel appears to you and says, "Hey, by the way,
no, dude. So
by the way, you're gonna get mauled by a dog."
No, I've thought about this. So hear me out. So the story, there's a general conference talk. Father and son, they're driving. It's the one down in Australia. They're on a trip and they're going down a path that's unfamiliar. Son gets stung by a scorpion. Mm-hmm. I don't know if you remember this. And these fork in the road, left or right. Goes left for 20 minutes. It's a dead end. It's not the right way.
Well, they pray.
Yeah.
So they pray.
Find the right way.
Which way should we go?
Right.
They go the right way, the right directional way. So left, and they go the right direction.
Correct.
It's the wrong way.
And they're questioning what?
Why did we get the?
Why did you send me the prompting?
Why did God tell me to go the way that was wrong?
Why did I get a feeling to go the wrong way?
Yeah, and then the
slap in the face later was you idiot.
But now you know that this is the right way, though.
Oh yeah.
So because you went 20 feet the wrong way for just a moment,
sure,
you can do a quick U-turn, and now with no doubt whatsoever, you're going down the right path because you have proof the other one was wrong.
Oh, dude.
Jeffrey R. Holland.
It had to happen. For me.
So what is the dog bite to you? Is that
it had to happen? It's the slap in the face of this is it, dude. And so I could take any.
That's so crazy.
I could take anything. There was anything. You could throw anything at me.
So how is the dog bite a thing that you get to be, is a reason for you to stay and not a reason for you to go? That is so bass backwards compared to anybody else. I think would have taken that the other direction. Oh, this is a sign I shouldn't.
Sure.
Some people get the effing stars. They're the stars are a certain way. The moon's in retrograde now. I shouldn't drive to work.
Yeah. I
need to go this direction instead of this direction. They'll find anything to change their day.
Yeah.
How do you take a dog bite to be, this is something that I need to, oh, yes, I got bit by a dog. I should stick with it. How does that logic in your mind?
When I was questioning it, that day before,
yeah,
the slap in the face of you're that quick to forget. That's kind of.
But what are you forgetting? The week you did good? That first week?
I told you to go do this job type of thing.
Oh, That feeling you
and
had that this is something you
rewarded.
needed to do.
This is something I needed to do, and I needed to do it. It was full confidence. It got rewarded instantly. Got rewarded instantly.
Yeah,
sure.
because you were paid quick.
There is a sign. It is clear. This is it. And then I needed to get.
But God knew you'd be bit by a dog.
I needed to get tested.
God knew you'd be bit by a dog your second week.
I needed to.
Yeah.
But I needed to.
It was a part of it.
I wouldn't change it in the world because
Wow.
I could.
Wow.
If I could do that,
That's cool.
and that was like my sure, there was nothing that you could throw at me that would be like
Nothing. Yeah.
anything, dude.
Yeah.
Like I had to go
That's
there
pretty
because
cool.
there was nothing that you could throw at me that changed my mind.
Yeah.
You could offer me $1 million to go work another job. Dude, I'll give you $1 million check. Go do this other
That's
job.
signing
This
bonus.
other sure. Go do this other sales job. And I'd be like, sorry, bud.
You
There's
would,
something bigger than
you
this.
would feel almost sinning
Yeah. There was like
because there's a holy
there's a reason.
attribution that you have to.
Maybe I haven't found it yet, or for whatever reason, but I know for sure that I needed to be here.
Well,
And there's like nothing that could change that. And so when I found that out, dude, it's a cool spot to be in because
I bet it's really cool now as a market owner that you get to be using that story.
yeah,
I bet you use it often.
to talk to
Like,
people.
what's your excuse?
Yeah.
If I could do it with a dog bite, you can do it healthy.
Well, it's cool because it's like to be honest with you, I don't bring it up maybe enough. And so when I do these, like I'll do a one-on-one with somebody and they'll ask, or I'll bring it up and like, hey, question for you. I know you're struggling with whatever at home, or maybe you're like whatever silly little thing, right? In comparison, whatever the little silly thing is, right?
Yeah, they're fully
To ask
healthy
them,
though.
to ask them like, so I want to relate a little bit to you because I want to tell you about how this job changed my life. And I'll ask them, do you know what happened to my arm? Like if they're newer and they don't know, they've been around long enough. They don't
You
know.
know
what
they
happened.
don't know.
Yeah, they're like, well, I've seen it, but I don't know. And I'll tell them the story, and it's kind of like, all right,
But it meant something to me, and I got it done.
Yeah.
So the fact that you're not getting it done means that it doesn't mean enough to you.
right. But it's
Okay.
like you can use it for whatever you're looking for. If you're looking for a way out, you're going to find it.
You'll
dude.
find it. If you want to find a way to stay,
You're
you'll
gonna
find it too.
If you're finding a way to be successful here, I promise you're going to find it.
Wow. Well, thank you, Kris.
It was fun.
That is a cool story.
Kind of neat.
We're going to do these weekly. So this is episode 1 of the No Plan B podcast. Kris clearly has no plan B.
This is it,
He
dude.
can't be a surgeon anymore. He can't use his arm.
I'm broken.
Yeah, he literally can't do anything but sales now. And in the coming weeks, we're going to talk about a bunch of cool stuff. If you're ever interested in working at Performance Windows, selling for Kris or selling for me, you can DM me or Kris. And we, in the past, have made accommodations for people to move, fly out, live in places. We've paid for tickets. We've paid for plane tickets. We've paid for rentals. We've paid for 30 days of
People-
rent.
Yeah, get them on their feet.
Got them on their feet. Paid for a rental car for a month, a long-term rental. If you're in a position that you don't even have a plan A,
a plan.
you don't have a plan and you feel a little bit stuck, don't be shy. Please reach out. We'd love to help you. If Kris could be as successful as he is now, makes a lot more than that $7K a week now because he's a market owner. We would love to get you to that point where you can have that for your family as well. So thanks, and tune in next week.